Welcome to the Transum Podcast, a monthly roundup of the new features on the transum.org website, providing mathematical puzzles, games, learning activities, and the ever-popular mathematics lesson starter of the day. Here's your host, John Tranter.
Happy New Year! Welcome to the first Transum Podcast for 2021, a year which is the product of two consecutive prime numbers. But I'm sure I didn't need to tell you that, did I? Anyway, this is podcast number 74, and I will begin, as usual, with the puzzle of the month. 27 cubicle boxes are stacked to make one very large cube, and you have to imagine what that looks like. It's sort of a 3 by 3 by 3 big cube. And the outside faces of this big cube are all painted blue, including, unbelievably, the bottom. So, how many of the original cubicle boxes have exactly two faces painted blue? Okay, while you think about that, and of course you can rewind and listen to it again, but while you do try and puzzle out the answer, I will go on with the new activities that have been added to the Transum website during this last month, the month of December. So, leading up to Christmas Symmetry Pairs was created just in time, and I also updated many of the other Christmaths activities, but I'm guessing that by now you've moved on from the festivities, but it's worth remembering that those activities are there for next year. Incidentally, all the things I talk about in this podcast, you can find the links in the newsletter. That's transum.org/newsletter. Okay, to complement the Northern Hemisphere's winter season, a snowflake generator has been created, with the notion that pupils play around with it before attempting the challenges. I am hoping that some beautiful snowflake patterns will be created by pupils, and that with the use of complementary colours and superimposing designs, they will be able to produce some interesting display work. So what you can do is you can create the snowflakes using the snowflake generator and then copy and paste them into your paint program or even PowerPoint or something similar. Set the white colour as a transparent colour. You can do that in PowerPoint and all the paint programs as well. And then you can superimpose these snowflake designs to make multicolour designs. Wonderful. Another idea that is certainly not new is creating pictures by plotting and joining coordinates. Now, I'm sure that most pupils will have done this at some time during their maths learning, but unfortunately, it's easy for pupils to get very frustrated when doing this on paper if they make mistakes. The solution that you have been waiting for is Coordinates Picture, which is the online activity not allowing pupils to make mistakes. So they plot the points online. When they've finished, they all join up to create a picture, and there are different levels with different pictures. And of course, if you do want the paper versions, you can print out the finished pictures and colour them in, stick them on the wall. Great display.
You can find Transum Mathematics at www.transum.org.
Algebragons and Fractionagons were the latest activities to be created at the very end of last month. Now, if you're familiar with arithmagons, you will understand the structure and may be able to use these resources instead of traditional fraction and algebra exercises to practice basic techniques. Now, it's been said that there is no better way to present ideas of doing and undoing than with arithmagons. So hopefully the same will apply to the fraction and the algebra versions of these. Have a go at those. Don't forget, links are in the newsletter. Now, in addition to creating Transum activities, I am also an honorary chairman of a British Scouting Overseas district, and for the districts end of year bulletin, I created an interactive puzzle called Crossing the River. So you are welcome to have a go at solving that too. The link is in the newsletter, transom.org/newsletter. Have a go and see if you can get everybody across the river in the minimum number of moves. Last month, new videos were created for coordinates and straight line graphs. And always when I'm making these videos, I have in mind the pupil that is at home by themselves and they've been given some home learning to do and they've forgotten the key concepts. So hopefully these videos will just jog their memories and enable them to do the activities. Finally, the answer to this month's puzzle is 12. If you have been teaching for a while, you'll probably have come across this puzzle as part of the painted cube investigation. And it's been around for at least 50 years to my knowledge. Anyway, the link to the full investigation and the solutions, if you're a subscriber, can be found in the newsletter. So finally, I would like to wish a happy new year to you, your family and your pupils, and I hope 2021 brings you a jab, health and happiness. I also hope that a small part of that happiness comes from your use of the Transom online activities. So, till next time, bye.
Thank you for downloading and listening to the Transom podcast. You can find the website at www.transom.org, where you're welcome to use all of the activities absolutely free, or jump in with both feet and become a Transom subscriber.